to get to my notes. Let's see.
B, you go.
So, wait, do you want to go?
No, you
No,
started.
go.
Me? Okay.
Honestly,
I started.
So one of my questions for We'll Decide was, what questions would you ask if you were in an interview with Cassie, because she's the main character and she's in a lot of the book, and she's the one who narrates it pretty much. So I guess you get the idea that in most of the stuff in there are her ideas. Where I was reading, like a little past that, was like about how they thought the land was about to get sold, and they just needed a lot of money so that it wouldn't get sold. So one of my questions was, what would you do if the land got sold? Now, I thought this was a good question because I think she really doesn't want it because she loves the land, and it's been the Logan's land for a long time, and before that it's just been slave land, which isn't really land because it's forcing people to do stuff on there.
One of the questions, if I was in an interview with Cassie, I would ask her would be, because sometimes she tells it, since she's like narrating, she tells you the feeling sometimes, but sometimes, and like the most confusing part, she doesn't tell you. I'd ask, what were some of these times? What were some of your feelings during these times that you didn't really?
Is there any specific ones you remember?
Yeah, like instead of being like, she's like mad, but she says that she's mad and everything on one part, and then she tells her feelings, but then in other parts she's just like, it's like feelingless, like you don't know what she's feeling, so you don't know what's going on inside her head, so it just makes it all more confusing.
Well, I guess you can't count it as narrating because all it is just like, like they have to choose at least one person, to actually like have the thoughts by. But like she doesn't exactly narrate; they just go on with the story, like she's not telling it to anyone.
Okay, so let's
Here,
see.
I'll do one of mine.
Okay, yeah, that'd be nice.
So, how would you change the plot of this story?
We already did that one.
How would you design this one?
Similar.
But this is a different one.
One way I could / would change the story is that I would have Cassidy actually fight for herself.
We heard that in
No,
Yeah, we heard that.
not in every question.
But a lot of
Please,
questions.
like I said, an example of that, other than just like smack talking and saying, I'm not apologizing for that. She, like Lily and Jean pushed her off. She should get kicked in the guts or something. Like she should be.
Yeah.
Or be
Because
fought.
back then,
She shouldn't
like,
be like
push her
pushed
back.
around and be like, oh, and if she's pushed around, she shouldn't be like, I'm not
'Cause
apologizing for anything.
I think Cassie feels like
She should be like, I'm pushing
African American people should have been treated better, and like
I
as
think
the same
everyone
as
feels
white
like that.
people.
Yeah, the white people.
Except the
all
white
the
people.
time.
Exactly.
Except Jeremy. Jeremy, I think he has a thing for Cassie.
Whatever.
Okay. And he's really nice anyway to her, but don't you think
He's pretty nice,
he's the
but
only white kid who really likes her, and I feel like he kind of likes her.
Mary Lou Wellever isn't that bad because she said hi to her, but it was pretty bad. It's like, that's my seat, but any kid would probably do that.
Yeah.
Any kid that acted like royalty would do that. But
Yeah, and plus,
I think,
what if it was her seat, Like she might
but
have been in that class before.
I think even the annoying kids and the rude adults are better than, like the white people are better than the teachers, because they're just like, you're gonna take this book, and it's like, they give them the dirtiest book in the world, and it's like, and then they go to a white person and they're like, here you go, here's your brand new book, and it's like,
Yeah.
It was
seriously?
a whole class of, the blacks, but,
like it said on the front of the page, like African American, and then it said poor or very poor.
Negro. It was Negro.
And
Very poor.
And then
White people got the poor until it was very
Great.
poor that.
it said the white would say great, and then
Excellent.
excellent, new, and
And
I think because
Norm.
because
like
of because of the Board of Education, they just didn't want
They didn't care.
they
Like
they
they don't give supplies
probably
unless
most
they
of
don't
them
need it
were-
anymore.
I bet most of the
Unless
people
they-
in the Board of Education were white people.
Yeah, they were
that was
probably not.
the cruel.
Thinking they wouldn't spend money
the,
for
the, one of the cruelest people in the school to Cassie, other than her friends, was Mary Llewellyn. But I don't think she acted like royalty and had power over Cassie because
She
she
just
was
acts-
black. I think she thinks that she's royalty because she was the principal's daughter. She's just like, I'm royalty. I'm so much higher up than you. She probably said that to anyone that was white that tried to stand up to her. Also,
No, I think she made. I don't think anyone would do that, but
I'm so much better than you.
yeah.
Okay, something that I said was it's not loading.
Was it's not loading? Okay.
I'm gonna try
Are
it.
you a robot? Well,
It's not loading. Okay.
I'll look for something else.
but it was really confusing.
What do you
Like
mean, Cassie?
I thought it was
Here,
like the
what were
part
you gonna say?
where.
This one?
Yes, that one was in line. So in
Wait, V's gonna go first. Okay.
Well, like, you know how DJ gave Stacy the flute?
no, that's Jeremy.
Jeremy. But whichever one. But
Okay.
I didn't understand like it didn't say anything such like he got the flute and he put it away in his like treasure box.
Like okay, I'll say what it
But-
says.
But you know, like that kind of stuff. But I
Okay.
never said
I'm gonna
if
read
he's
these
like
notes now.
liked it and stuff, and it was
Yeah.
just like it
Oh, yeah,
says,
he said it-
what?
Placed
Okay, this
Okay.
in his
says,
box
like-
of treasured things. I never saw the flute again.
I kind of
I think
wish
it
they
says-
would, you know.
It says, I think that Stacy thinks the wooden flute is too fragile to let anyone see, or he doesn't like Jeremy and doesn't want to see it. I feel like it's kind of
That's my
mostly
notes.
towards the first one. Like, I agree with you there.
'Cause-
I don't know about the second one because he was doing it. Jeremy's really nice, but I think he was putting it because it was a sign of true friendship,
Mhm.
and this was like the first time he actually stood up to TJ, and it's like, no, you can't have this flute. It's for me, not you. So
Yeah.
bye.
Well,
It's
it's
not the
yeah. My question was,
Yeah,
why do you think
but
that Cassie
TJ
never
tried to
saw
take
the flute
too.
from
He said,
Jeremy?
Do you really want that flute that some white guy blew on? Here, I'll hold it for you for like a couple years. And it's like, no. That's the first time he actually stood up and he was
It's
no.
like
Is TJ
I put this down. I said maybe this made
He's just
Stacy
so
and Jeremy bond with friendship truly. Because before Jeremy was just like, hey Stacy, like he kept talking to him and he was kind of shy because he didn't want Stacy to like be mad at him or anything. But I think now that Stacy understands that some white people can actually be nice to them.
Unlike Jeremy's sister.
Yes. Like because since Papa told their dad told him something about oh yeah, I think their dad told him something about like I'm not sure, but
Well, he did say that like never trust a white person. Like when you get older, they'll turn on you.
but like
Stuff like
Stacy
that.
Stacy almost like disagrees with him
Like
because he
Cameron.
really he kind of wants Jeremy to be his friend.
Yeah.
I feel.
I think that I stand with what I said earlier. I'm just like, he thinks it's like really just a sign of friendship, and he puts it away because it's special to him.
And
It's
it
the first
was
time
his
someone ever,
box of,
like a
his
white person,
treasures.
Ever
it's
gave
like
him,
a real ever
gift.
gave him like a gift, like a handmade gift, and
Like
the
to
first
show
time he
their
also
friendship.
showed up to TJ, and I think he has
Like
a
of
lot of
course
things.
his mom or the siblings, you know, like his relatives.
You can't
would do
stand up.
that. You know, like his relatives, they could do that, but it's like
Okay.
I never actually had like a friend to do that, you know?
I took some notes on characters the other day, and I took a couple clips from the book and put them down and said what I think about these characters. It says, Stacy looked full into Papa's face and read his meaning. I think that Stacy has a lot of happiness that he has found a good friend, but a lot of sadness that he may not be as good of a friend as he hoped, because Papa did say that you shouldn't really. Most white people aren't to be trusted. Some are,
Maybe-
but most aren't.
Wait,
So I'm guessing Stacy's going to probably be sad about that.
maybe it's something that Papa experienced. Like maybe he had like a friend when he
Like
was
when they
little,
was
like
kids, you know how
he had, like,
some
a
white kids
white
just
person.
don't understand.
like maybe he had a white person, like a friend of a white person when he was little, and then when he grew up, the white person turned his back on him. Maybe that happened because
yeah, and
he's kind of like telling like
yeah, he
Stacey like a
said
lesson
something
learned
about
there.
that.
I have another. Harlan Granger may not believe in the methods of the Wallaces, but I'll definitely support them. Believe me on that. Other than watching Land and To Be in Power, I think Harlan Granger is taking the side of the whites, possibly because of the 3 reasons I found. 1, the Wallaces have money. 2, they're white. Or 3, he doesn't care much for the black people who are the victims of the Wallaces.
And also,
So
'cause-
when the Wallaces tries to burn the berries, like, he didn't really care much for them. If they were like rich guys with a bunch of land, he'd care. He'd be like,
oh yeah, I
"You
think
okay?"
he really wants
and
to
then he'll
care
try to buy
about
their
money.
land. He'll try to buy their land.
Yeah.
They already are.
He really cares about money because I think once he like
I think
You
used
don't
to
have
own the
land or money. If you don't have land or money, he doesn't like you.
he once said to like tried to like tell Papa like that he wanted the land back that like they had like the Granger land, and like he just tried to like persuade them to get it back because he wants money, I think, because
But didn't he say that it used to be his land?
it used to be his land but it was slave land, so the Logans don't really take that as land because
I always wondered how big the land was.
Yeah. Another thing is this. You can imagine this book is very. I like this book because it's very descriptive. You can
Yeah,
imagine
yeah, most
can
parts
imagine.
of
Some parts are just like
everything just like happening in front of your face because they give you such descriptive things like
You almost feel like the words are
in
pictures.
the cotton field. It's like you imagine them being really small plants, but then they're like children started climbing on the cotton plants, and it's like, oh, now we know they're big. It's very
Yeah.
descriptive. They can climb on them, so they're strong.
I almost feel like
big
they
monsters,
they
big
might
monsters
not
walking
be
along.
very descriptive, but what they say kind of leads you to what they are.
Well, the thing is, they are very descriptive, but you have to start imagining. They make you use your imagination to figure out what the land is like. Like, they wouldn't say how tall or what it looked like, what that cotton field, until you had to use your imagination, and then they tell you, like, on the next page, because you have to use your imagination to see what it looks like. And then they'd say, here, I'm guessing you might have imagined it something like this, but here's how it really is. And it's like, it's very descriptive, so it makes you use your imagination.
Okay.
Oh, wait, sorry.